My family believed my sister's lie, disowned me, and let me rot. Now they want me to save them from homelessness, so I let them lose everything. I was 23 when my sister destroyed my life with one sentence. We were at a family dinner, celebrating my mom's birthday. Everything was normal until Sarah started crying. Actual tears streaming down her face as she told everyone I'd stolen her inheritance from our grandmother, $10,000 that was supposed to be hers. It was a complete lie. I'd never touched her money, didn't even know the account details. But Sarah was always the dramatic one, the performer, and she put on the show of her life that night. My parents believed her instantly. No questions, no benefit of doubt. Dad's face went red and Mom just stared at me like I was a stranger. My brother Matt joined in, calling me a thief and a liar. Sarah sobbed harder, playing the victim perfectly. I tried to defend myself, showed them my bank statements, explained I had no access to her accounts. Nothing worked. Sarah had always been their favorite, the baby of the family, and I was just the oldest who never needed anything. Dad told me to get out, said I wasn't welcome until I returned the money and apologized. I kept saying I didn't take it, but he cut me off, told me I was dead to them. I left that night with one suitcase and my cat. They didn't call, didn't text. I was erased from the family like I never existed. The next 6 months were hell. I was working as a paralegal, barely making rent. I had to move to a cheaper apartment, sell my car, live on rice and eggs. My phone stayed silent. Birthdays passed. Holidays came and went. Nothing. I found out later through a former coworker who knew my brother that Sarah had actually blown her inheritance on a trip to Europe with her boyfriend. She needed someone to blame when my parents asked where the money went. I was convenient. A year after they disowned me, I got a job offer in another state. Better pay, better life, fresh start. I took it and never looked back. Changed my number, deleted social media, went completely dark. If they wanted me gone, they got their wish. I spent the next 8 years building a life they knew nothing about. Got promoted, then promoted again. Made good money, bought a condo, actually started therapy to deal with all of it. Met someone who became my family in ways my blood relatives never were. Then 2 months ago, Matt found me through LinkedIn. Sent me a message like no time had passed. Hey, we need to talk. Family emergency. I ignored it. He sent another, then another. Finally, I responded. Told him he had one message to explain. Turned out, Dad made some terrible investment decisions. Lost almost everything in some crypto scheme. They were 3 months behind on the mortgage, facing foreclosure. Mom's medication costs were piling up. Sarah was divorced, unemployed, living with them with her 2 kids, and they needed money. A lot of it. Matt said they were desperate, that they'd lose the house in 60 days. He didn't apologize for what happened, didn't even mention it, just sent me the amount they needed and said I was the only one who could help, like the past 8 years never happened. I read that message sitting in my paid-off condo, drinking expensive wine, petting my cat who'd been with me through everything. I typed out my response carefully. You chose to believe a lie over me, threw me out and never looked back. I don't owe you anything. You made your choice and I made mine. Good luck with everything. Then I blocked him. Blocked all of them on every platform I could think of. Sarah called from a number I didn't recognize a week later, crying again, real tears this time, begging me to reconsider, saying she was sorry, that she'd admitted the truth years ago, but they were all too proud to reach out, that they needed me. I hung up and blocked that number too. I heard through the grapevine they lost the house last month. They're living in some cramped apartment now, all 5 of them plus Sarah's kids. Struggling hard. Some people might call me heartless. Maybe I am, but I was 23, desperate, and completely alone because they believed a lie without even trying to hear my side. They let me rot and never once checked if I was okay. Now they're the ones drowning, and I'm done being the person who saves people who never saved me. I sleep fine at night. Better than fine, actually, because for the first time in my life, I chose myself over them, and it feels exactly right.